Alright, let's make some changes to some decks. First up, top of the list. I already made the change, I'm just showing it to you. I know you lads sometimes love seeing the weird old cards that I've got. So, first, let me just go to what I took out. So I took out Fire Emancipation. 3 triple red. Anything I have that deals damage deals triple damage. This is cool, and I bought it for this deck. I bought it for Aurelia. I was really looking forward to playing it, but I realized too damn slow. Aurelia wants to go fast. She wants to burn. She wants to set people's asses on fire. And this just doesn't cut it. It's just not fast enough. I mean, the couple games I played with Aurelia, she's the all-star, and I never even drew this damn card. Well, I drew it once. Can't remember if I played it. And by the time it comes down, usually somebody's already dead. And it ain't me. So Fire Emancipation came out. In its place, I put in... Where are you little bastard? Where's my little beat-down boy? Beat-down boy! Where you at? Ah, that's always a pile I don't have in my hand. Where's Beatdown Boy? Do. Come on. There he is. Beatdown Boy. Devilish Valet. So this little bastard. 3, trample haste, 1/3. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, double his power until end of turn. Well, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? Except to cast more creatures, don't I? But I don't have to cast more creatures. I just have to, well, I mean, that'll help. If I cast that, then his 1 will double to 2, then double to 4, then double to 8. So if I cast Hordeling Outburst, bang! He's an 8/3 trampler. Trampler. But, since I have things like this, so if I've got Hero, Brimaz, oh, who else makes tokens? He doesn't make tokens. You don't make tokens, you lazy bastard. Squee, he makes a token. So, yeah, he'd be 2/3 trample. Oh, it's a 2/3 trampler. Oh, I'm so scared. She makes tokens, she makes creatures. So, if somehow I've got Elspeth Sun's Champion to play before Devilish Valet, which, with the way the cards come up sometimes, that is possible, then I can just ultimate, I can plus her 1 and then bang. So I've got her, I've got Brimaz, I've got Hero Bladehold, I've got Kinky, 10 Street Pimp. So Kinky, 10 Street Pimp, if he makes when he attacks, makes a bunch of goblins, homeboy gets bigger. Knight Captain Vios, if I cast, well, I'm not really thinking about the ones that I cast. Where's the other Kinky? Did I already pass him? So I've got Kinky 10 Street Pimp. And I've got... Where's Kinky the Thug? There he is. Kinky Thugalicious. So Kinky Thugalicious, tap, put a whole bunch of goblins in place. That guy can get real big. So since that guy can get real big, real fast, I think he's going to do some good work in this deck. I think he's going to be a lot of fun. I should get an Imperial Recruiter for Aurelia, shouldn't I? He costs 1. She's 3. He's 3. Maybe not. Maybe I don't need Imperial Recruiter. I just need to draw more cards. So anyway, for example, forget her. She's 4. So Brimaz comes down turn 3. He comes down turn 4. Attack with both. So Brimaz comes in play with 1 token. That's not a good example. Let's go to her after all. What the hell am I doing? Jesus Christ. So, Hero Bladehold comes down as soon as she does. Maybe turn 3 if I pop out a Signet or a Soul Ring early, which, you know, could happen. So she attacks the 2 creatures. Yeah, it's just 2 creatures. Now that I'm actually looking at the cards and I'm hoping make him bigger, It's not quite as exciting. So when she attacks, I get 2 tokens. So he would go from 2 to 4. He'd be still a 4/3 trampler. Yeah, that's still pretty good. And I can always buff him later. But also doubles his power. So if I have Balefire Liege out and I attack with him, Balefire Liege makes him a 2/4. So he'd already be at 2. As long as I can get him to 2, as long as I have one of my effects that give him +1 somehow, if she comes in, if she attacks with 2 creatures, brings 2 creatures and he sees them, if he's at 2, then he'll go to 4 to, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. Okay. So I'll take Aurelia to the pub on Thursday. I'll give her a good test run, see how she works. But anyway, that's first change. We're taking out Fire Emancipation, putting in Devilish Valet. Beatdown Boy. Next change is to Edgar Markov. A lot of people like Edgar Markov. They like the way I've stacked him up. They like his cards. They like looking at him. So the genie, he opened this guy. I think he got him in a draft. So he got basically Vindicate Man. So 1 black-white for 3/2 Vampire Assassin. When he comes into play, I can sacrifice another creature if I'm playing Edgar. So when he comes into play, I will automatically get a creature I can sacrifice. Bang, done. Oh, this is fantastic. So Vindicate Boy, if I sacrifice another creature, I can Vindicate. I can destroy a non-land permanent. Well, Vindicate destroys lands. That's not a good... Why does it have to say non-land? It'd be more elegant. It'd be more satisfying to me as an enfranchised old man of a player if he actually did Vindicate. Anyway, Evgeny, the genie, he told me when he gave it to me, hey, Tony, I got something for you here. Wow, that's kind of cool. Okay, put it in your Edgar deck and don't bring that shit here. Alright. So, the genie does not want to see me bring Edric, but he wants me to make Edric more interesting. I can get behind that. So what do I want to take out, though? That is always the tough question. That would, anybody who has built a commander deck and tuned it, if things aren't working, and you know you need to make changes. But when everything is working and is firing on all cylinders, and you go to make a change, then you're, this is so good, but what do I take out? Everything else is so good too. So she's an early life-linking extort. I need to keep some of the early creatures. I need counters. It's an instant. It kind of does the same, but he can blow up more. He can hit a planeswalker. He can get a artifact. That's the only creature. So he can hit the other permanent types. This can't. Her. Maybe her. Okay, so she's a 4/4 flyer. Vindicate Boy is a 3/2 on the ground. She costs 5. But I can kill something. But usually by the time she can kill something, I'm already in control of the game. So maybe Drana. I've already got the other Drana in here. Nope. He's staying. He's early and whatever. Yeah. So under an opponent's control. I don't know. He's only a 1/1. He's a little pissant. It only attacks people. No, if somebody's playing a token strategy like the genie with, yeah, okay, genie with the zombies. But I'm not supposed to play this against genie, so I don't know. This returns creatures. This is really good. She's an early creature. Death Touch Lifelink. I mean, yeah. Soren stays. That guy stays. Lifelink. Sack another vampire zombie. Make him bigger. she's good. I like her. She's one of the premier incremental card draw in the deck. So if I have the City's Blessing, and with Edgar that's pretty damn soon I have the City's Blessing, every time I cast a creature I get another one alongside of it. During my upkeep, show everybody the top card in my library and put it in my hand. And then maybe some people will lose life and I'll gain life. Ooh, I should get one of her for Hirobi. I should get one of him. Okay. More ideas for Hirobi, the rebuild. It takes a while for him to come out, but I can always put in a Cryptic Gateway. I've got a foil Cryptic Gateway not doing anything. I don't have an Edgar because Edgar is tight and he's fast and he doesn't really need it, but maybe I should do that. Maybe I should think about Cryptic Gateway. Okay, she puts counters on my creatures. He kills other creatures. Death Touch and Lifelink, yep. Kind of want that. Like I said, this is always the tough part. This protects my creatures for a turn. I hope you can see it. The glare isn't too bad and you know what the hell I'm showing you. Oh no, she stays, that's for sure. Comes into play, drains everybody according to the number of vampires I control. Tasty. Makes my creatures bigger. And then when I play creatures, and so that's 2. Basically, this is Purphoros. In this deck, this is Purphoros because every time I cast a vampire, that's 2 creatures, so that's 2 damage. Counters. This guy is new. Makes my dudes bigger. Drowning Linvala are new. Vigilant Flyer. Messes up my opponent's strategies. Sniper. Makes my dudes bigger, so if something's going to die anyway, I can just sacrifice it and make all my other dudes bigger. Takes care of a problem temporarily. Catalyst Bloodmate. Nah, he's pretty good. He comes on early and he gives me some options. I like options. Hit him up possession. Vampiric Tutor. Forerunner of the Legion. Go find a vampire. Put it on top. Kill anything that isn't a vampire. Good idea. Blood Baron. Immersed Predator. So it looks like that Drana might actually be the best option. I mean, all of you are seeing everything in the deck. This guy's... So, maybe I should take him out, but he comes out early. He's a 2/2. There's quite a number of ways of committing crimes in this deck. And there's a lot of ways of putting counters on my creatures, and he really doesn't give a shit how he got the counters. All he cares about is he has them. So, however he gets the 4 counters, he gets Menace and Lifelink. Doesn't care if it's criminal activities or just other vampires doing shit. Like Edgar. Signet, Revenant, doubles my swamps. No, this guy's just too damn good in this deck. I'm thinking Edgar Markov might actually be a good deck for Astruzna. I don't know how many of you saw the video I posted on May 20th, Year of Our Lord, 2024, where I talk about how I realized what the main differences are, the real differences between the 2 playgroups I have. I have 2 playgroups, Prague and Astruzna. Astruzna is kind of a brutal environment. Prague is more chill, relaxed, casual, and I have been building my decks for Prague, for this relaxed environment. And I've got a few that are too either powerful or oppressive for Prague, so I don't play them here. Last time I went to Astruzna, I took 2 new decks that I had built for Prague, and an old deck that I kind of straddled both. I had originally built it in a brutal environment, but had toned it down slowly over the years. And the 2 new decks fell on their face. Kenrith. Kenrith Return King did not work in Ostruzna. I was irritated. I was unhappy. Kestia didn't work either. I was more understanding because it is a slow strategy. But it's fast enough for Prague. It ain't fast enough for Ostruzna. So anyway, I've been looking at Olivia for about, a minute now while I've been rambling. Yeah, she stays. Sex Mage, she stays. Vindicate, see? Destroy target permanent. And it's got a vampire and it's got Edgar Markov. He's seen entire civilizations rise and fall. We're just dust to this guy. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, Soren. Calling me dust, you son of a bitch. Hello. So that'll double that. Yeah, Vito stays, that's for sure. This is funny. Mythos Synaptax. Of course, I'll choose that everybody keeps because I'm painting red and black along with it. Evgeny, Undying Partisan. Evgeny, complaining Russian. Oh, I should make a parody card. Evgeny, complaining Russian. Oh, he's not gonna like that. I hope he doesn't watch this part of the video. So anyway, that looks like my best option. What am I losing by putting in Vindicate Boy? So she's repeatable. Gives a creature -0, -X. But for anything of any size, I have to put a lot of mana into it. So I would need Cabal Coffers at that point. I would need Nikana Revenant, Nikana Shade. But she does cost 5, but the art is so cool. I mean, her art is far cooler than... He's just some stupid cowboy with a goofy looking hat, weird trousers, with a torch. I mean, what's going on in this art? He doesn't look like he's assassinating anybody. He doesn't look like a vampire. She looks like a vampire, and she looks like she's just calmly going to kill somebody and drain them. But he is probably better for the deck. So let's take out Drana in favor of Vindicate Boy. I kind of hope that's not a bad idea. I hope I'm not making things worse. So this is the tune changes box 1. Let me hurry up and get to the next one. Put that box over there. Get this box. Next change is to Ikrashidiki Sidar Kondo, and I've already mentally made the change. I've mentally made the change, so I feel okay about doing it. And this will be quick because I've already mentally made the change. If I can find the card. To remind everybody, Ikrashidiki and Sidar Kondo, this is my super life gain deck where toughness matters. All of the creatures except for a pair of Soul Sisters have higher toughness than power. I mean, Daxos, he might have higher toughness than power, but it should be pretty damn easy because his toughness is variable according to the devotion to white I have. So, like, toughness. And the reason for that is things like Huatli, Sun's Heart. So each creature I control assigns combat damage according to its toughness and its power. I also have Duran in here, so all creatures assign combat damage according to their toughness rather than power. So, I mean, this guy is effectively a 6/6 toucher. He's effectively a 6/6 tap some other dudes and him and kill something. She's effectively a 5/5 indestructible that draws me card. Card, singular. Yeah, she draws me card. She draws me card. Okay, so what the hell is it? The card I'm taking out, yeah, so they do have, this is one of the very, very few decks I have with an unrestricted tutor. Normally I don't put these in, And I put this in here to find Urborg or Cabal Coffers, depending on which one I need. Or, yes, my Death Star. I'll admit that sometimes I would like to go for the Death Star. But I need to be at a lot of life to activate it, so I think that's fair. Yeah, there's Daxus, Blessed by the Sun. There's Big Monkey. So where the hell is it? Where the... son of a bitch. Did I already pass it? Where the hell is it? There it is, Tower of the Magistrate. Okay. Tower of the Magistrate is coming out because I've got another deck that needs it more. I have another deck that needs this more, and I'll not say who because I'm building him, but I've already mentioned I'm building him, so anybody that's been watching my channel probably knows who I'm building. So this is going to come out, and I'm not terribly worried about this coming out because I do have Aura Shards in this deck. Anytime a creature comes into play under my control, I can blow up an artifact or enchantment. And I have Big Monkey. Big Monkey, I can do the same. And I like him, he's got options. So whenever I cast, Nut comes into play, Aura Shards comes into play. He's like cast. Whenever you cast a creature and it gets countered, I'm going to blow up something anyway because I'm Big Monkey, fuck you. So I can blow up an artifact or enchantment. I can look at the top five cards in my library, find a land, I can gain 4 life. Big Monkey does stuff. So I'll probably take Ikrashidiki Sarakondo on Thursday as well because I want to see how Big Monkey works. Anyway, this is going to be an easy change. Tower of the Magistrate comes out because, like I said, another deck needs it more. In its place, I'm going to put in a Corrosive Verge. So this is going to help me smooth out my mana. And I feel better about this change because I have both Yevmaya Critical Growth and I have Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, meaning I have 2 other lands that will allow this to produce colorless. Produce color. So if I get Yevmaya Critical Growth, I can tap this for green. I don't have to sacrifice it to go get my colors. If I have Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, I can tap it for black. So Corrosive Verge in, Tower of the Magistrate out. The next change is tougher. Karvik. I love Karvik. He's just fun. One of my oldest decks. I pretty much pretty much have had him since I have been playing Commander. The deck revolves around keeping him in play so I can have fun whenever anybody casts a spell. Not resolves a spell, but just cast. He triggers on cast. So if somebody casts a creature, I cannot kill the creature they are casting because it won't be in play. It will come into play after his ability resolves, so I can't kill the creature that it's being cast, but still. Oh, he's so fun. What I want to do is, you might remember I took out his foil Karakeep because I needed it for another deck more. I forgot that I had this flat one in a box of junk. So I found the flat one, the non-foil one, in my junk box, and I can give it to him if there's something that is less interesting. But I want to give him this Undying Evil. He gets killed a lot for some reason when my opponents can kill him. One of the funniest games I've played with him ever was I had him sitting there with Darksteel Plate. I didn't have much of anything else. I wasn't really drawing anything interesting. And my opponents keep casting things and they keep dying slowly. They keep taking damage and their creatures keep getting killed because they can't handle him. They don't have anything that can deal with Karvik with Darksteel Plate and indestructible Karvik. And I was kind of feeling bad, but feeling good at the same time, if you dig what I'm saying. So let's see if there's anything that looks like I should take it out for either of those. So I'm looking at lands, and I'm looking at other cards. I mean, I could take out Perforos. He doesn't really do much. Instead of Undying Evil. And his ability to make my creatures more powerful. The deck does not need that. So maybe Perforos. That would be. I took Perforos out of Aurelia. Now I might be taking it out of Karavek. Cool. I haven't played him yet, so I don't know how well he works. I don't know how cool he is. Goldpan Dragon creates treasure tokens, and I need those because if I have to cast Karavek 2 or 3 times out of the command zone, it gets expensive. It gets really expensive really fast. Nope, he needs to be in here. Recruiter can find him. I've got a lot of these goblins that create tokens that come into play with a buddy. The reason for that is so I have things to sacrifice to Phyrexian Tower, to Skull Clamp, and to Siege Gang Commander. Toxic Deluge. Sometimes need a way to kill creatures. Do I need the Deluge? I mean, I should leave because I can cast Deluge and in response cast Undying Evil on Karavek. She pulls things out of the graveyard. That's critical. I don't really use him. But I can sacrifice him to get back the Undying Evil, so I better keep it. Doubles damage from creatures. Now, this might seem as Fiery Emancipation, in fact, in that it doesn't do anything, it just wins more. But with Karavek, I'm not attacking. Karavek is not an attack deck. Aurelia is a fast attack, smash, beat people down quick before they kill you deck, because she doesn't have a whole lot of defenses. Karavek is an artillery deck. He just stands back and just fire a mission, 3 rounds on the way. And this helps his artillery striking. Do I want that anymore? Is Care Keep better than that? So, Care Keep. Okay, it gives me 1 colorless. And I can, 1 in a red, put a sacrificial creature into play. At instant speed. I've used it before to put an instant blocker out. But it's not something I use that often. This, if I get it out early, I just set it aside, and every turn I just put counters on it, just banking them for Karavek later. I don't know, what else have I got? Terror the Peaks, that stays. He's in here, so at instant speed, I can save my graveyard from being exiled. So if I Balthor out, and he's a 2 black for a 2/2 zombie dwarf legend. If he's just chilling out on my board, and I've got 3 black available, if somebody goes to exile my graveyard, at instant speed I can spend 3 black, exile him, and everybody brings back all black and red creatures from their graveyard to the battlefield. But usually that doesn't really matter, because I normally don't build up that many creatures in the graveyard anyway. So maybe Balthor should come out. Cryptgas Devils in my swamps, gives Extort, that's good. I used to have a lot more zombie tokens in here. I used to have a lot more things that dealt with zombies. But this guy can exile a problem from somebody's graveyard if they're going to reanimate something scary. And I get a zombie out of it. So, yeah, it's just tough. She's incremental card draw. Lands. This is fucking hard. I'm telling you, this is not. I'm not seeing anything obvious for that Undying Evil, and I really want to put that in there. Carrot keep. I could keep it or leave it. What have I got in the top? Skull Clamp, no, they definitely say it's Burnished Heart stays. Greaves, no. When I took out the Carrot Keep originally to give it to Corvold, I replaced it with a Bonder's Enclave. I think Bonder's Enclave is better in Kirvik. Exiles cards in a graveyard. Kokusho drains my opponents. Maybe Fulminate or Mage. It's the only way I have of dealing with a problematic land, though. But maybe that. I need all the mana rocks, that's for sure. This is pretty good. Sharpshooter. Sting Scourger. This is funny. People do not expect red to do this, because this is an old card. It's only been reprinted a couple times, and a lot of people don't know about him. Blood on the Snow, that's why all the snow lands is so I can use that. I used to have Karplus and Yeti, and when he comes into play, basically he fights another creature, and I can spend 2 colorless and 2 snow and bounce him back to my hand if he wins the fight, if he doesn't die. Beacon of Rest, Kinky Cheeky, Moggin. This is better with Perforos because I could target myself. So if I have Perforos out and he's not a creature, and I have, say, 8 creatures, I could target myself, turn my 8 creatures into 16 1/1 red goblins, and Perforos is doing 32 points of damage. So maybe I do need to keep Perforos after all. Maybe that's not the goblin. Yeah, Massive Worm, Basilisk Collar, Erebos, got the Silence, Bill Casper Mage. Christ, this sucks. See, this is the thing. Kirvik is so tight, Kirvik is so tuned that it just works, and just push something else in there means something that works has to come out. And let's try again. Okay, Rakdos Charm. This has been really useful in the past. Darksteel Plate, it's been really useful in the past. All the Meta Rocks have to stay because that's the strategy Kirvik. Get him in play as quickly as possible. I need ways to recast him. This guy is great. Your opponent's creatures counters on cannot attack or block. He doesn't care what kind of counter. He doesn't give a shit. If it's a +1, -1, lifelink, but as long as they have a counter, they can't attack or block. He says, screw you. You're not doing anything about me. So he's good. Grave Titan. Gives me more things to sacrifice and smashes. Do I need both of these effects? I've got Blood Artist and Falconwrath Noble. Do I need both? It's kind of nice to have both because sacrificing things die. So he comes to play, destroys an artifact. Maybe I should take out one of the goblin token generators. Man, this okay, destroy but buyback. And he can get back all kinds of stuff. T-Volley. The zombie, yeah, we already went over him. What about this guy? Well, he gives me something early to block with and something to sacrifice. Maybe I won't put in the Undying Evil because I can't find anything that isn't better in the deck. Kokusho. I mean, I keep coming back to this guy. I keep thinking about Fulminator Mage, but I don't have any other way of dealing with lands if a land is a problem. And that will find me Urborg or Cabal Coffers. I kind of need that. That is targeted removal. It doesn't cost a whole lot either. Yeah, that sucks. I just can't really think of anything that I'd want to take out. I just put that in there a few days ago, but equipped creature is flying on lifelink, so that's going to be interesting, I think, and it's more card draw. Okay, I'm just going to set this. I give up. I surrender. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to go to the next deck that needs changes. I just can't think of anything to take up for Kerbeck. So all of you have seen me go through the deck like twice, right? If you see anything that you think I should take out for Kerbeck because I'm too close to it, let me know. Let me know what you think I should take out for an Undying Evil. So let's go to the next change. So this Cross and Verge is going into Kestia. I decided that it would be nice if I had more ways of getting land. I thought about Tempt with Discovery, but I don't think she needs it that much. So I will take out another land in favor of Cross and Verge. Cross and Verge comes into play. Tapped, add one colorless mana to your mana pool. Spend 2, sacrifice it, go find a forest and a plains, put them into play. Tapped, put them into play, tapped. So it's all fucking tapped. So this will be a land that comes out, and it should be a land that isn't going to hurt me that much. Maybe Reflecting Pool. Okay, Reflecting Pool is an option because it's better that I actually have lands, that I can find colors I'm missing. There's been a few times in different decks where I've played Reflecting Pool, and it's been a disappointment because it's not giving, I'm missing a color. So if I'm missing a color, Reflecting Pool won't give it to me. All it does is give me an additional color that I already have. Do I need a high market in this deck? Let's say something from Exile. Path of Ancestry. Add 1 mana of any color. Okay, that's an option. Because there are no creatures in here that share a creature type with Kestia. Does she need Tower of the Magistrate? I mean, I've got Titania Song in the deck. Maybe Ikra Shidiki should have kept Tower of the Magistrate. I should have, Okay, that's an option. 3 visits, levitation. Okay, so I actually have more options. Now, to deal with artifacts and enchantments, Kestia already has Titania Song, which shuts down artifacts. Turns them into creatures with power toughness equal to their CMC, and that solves the problem of equipment. That solves the problem of... It doesn't solve the problem for artifact creatures attacking me. If I'm... Oh, yeah. So if I make, like, for example, Darksteel Forge shuts off and becomes a creature. It's still a 9. Yeah, I better keep the tower. So I'm looking at Path of Ancestry and Reflecting Pool, which kind of go together, because Reflecting Pool, if Path of Ancestry is in play, can copy any color it can produce, can provide that mana. But Path of Ancestry can provide mana of any color in my commander's color identity. So I'm going to take out Reflecting Pool, and I'm pretty sure I have another deck that can use it. So I'm not too broken up about it's going to find a home, that's for sure. So let's put Croson Verge into Kestia, so that way I have the option of getting more land. I now have the option of getting more land, so I can find the colors I'm missing rather than duplicate a color I already have. Alright, good, that's done. Alright, last change, and then I'll turn this off so everybody can go back to work. Okay, Muldrotha. Let's put these. Oh, I forgot to put her Tire of the Magistrate back in. There you go, Kestia. Sorry about that. And her path. Her path goes back in. Yep, okay. Next change. And I've already planned out this change. I already know exactly what I'm going to do, so it's going to be quick. Muldrotha. Muldrotha the Gravetide. 3 black, blue, green for a 6/6 elemental avatar. During each of my turns, I can cast up to 1 permanent of each permanent type from graveyard. So I can cast a creature, an artifact, an enchantment, a planeswalker. I can cast any of those. I can play a land, because this is play, not cast. I just used the wrong terminology. And I don't think I have any planeswalkers in this deck. And also, I've realized I don't have... Look, it's another Shadow of the Magistrate. The genie is right. This is my signature bullshit card. So what was I saying? I was saying something, but I lost my train of thought. It left the station. So... Oh yeah, I don't have enough ways of milling myself. I did a couple of dredge cards. I put in, oh, what is that new little bastard? Cruel Somniphage. So I've got this guy. Target player mills 4 cards. I can mill myself and get my graveyard going. The thing with Muldrotha is I don't want to start filling my graveyard until I'm close to casting Muldrotha, and I've got ways of protecting my graveyard. But I do need ways of starting it, filling it, and I didn't really have that many. And recognize that as a mistake I made in constructing the deck, is not having enough self-mill. So I'm going to put in another piece by taking her out for another deck that needs her more. So what am I losing and what am I gaining? Okay, Muldrotha is losing Sheoldred the Whispering One. She costs 7, which isn't so bad in this deck. 6/6 Swampwalker, which is decent. Beginning of upkeep, I can put a creature from my graveyard to the battlefield. And at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, they sacrifice a creature. So they'll sacrifice something that doesn't hurt them that bad, if they have anything that doesn't hurt them that bad. But I'm building a mono black deck that needs Sheoldred more. And Muldrotha, she needs more mill, more dredge, more ways to put things in the graveyard. So Liliana, I make a zombie token and I put the top 2 cards from my library in my graveyard by +1ing her. And she replaces Sheoldred's ability to put a creature from play out of the graveyard, from my graveyard, with her -3. Target creature card from her graveyard to the battlefield. Creature is a black zombie, addition to other colors. So I think she's going to be better in Muldrotha than Sheoldred. And this is all exercise in managing my collection. So before, when I did some of this, the question was about Urbrask the Hidden, and I moved him around because I only had 2 copies at the time, and somebody said, "He's only $2 card. Why are you Why don't you just go get another one? Motherfucker, my deck is full of $2, $5, €8, €10 cards. It's all over the scale. You've got 100 cards in your commander deck. Let's say you've got 28 basic lands. Somehow you've got 20 basic lands. Okay? So that means out of the other 100, you've got 72 cards of varying value. If they're all $2, €2, that adds up real fast. You know, €144. And I guarantee if your deck is good, if your deck is tuned, if you've been buying foils, if you've got shock lands, if you've got fetch lands, if you've got the nice cards, even if you only have a few, but everybody likes to have nice cards to make their deck run. I mean, what is she, €5? She's €5 by herself. So, we all know Commander is an expensive hobby. And it's because you have to stack up 100 cards. And nobody really wants 28 basic lands. Right? You want these nice lands. You want some fun lands. You want some fetch lands, some shock lands, some Tower of the Magistrate. You want Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx. You want some bullshit. And bullshit costs some money. And it stacks up real fast.